Valley Wrestling looks to get back to their winning ways after going 0-5 in Big 12 action. We're going up against the Wyoming Cowboys, 13th ranked, and they're looking for their 4th straight victory. Wolverines, Cowboys next. Stay tuned on UVU TV. Welcome to the campus of Utah Valley University, Lockhart Arena, where the Wolverines are taking on the Cowboys of Wyoming, the 13th ranked opponent, and the Big 12. UVU's looking to get back to their winning ways. We've gone 0-5 against Big 12 competition, which is really unlike us. We started the season hot. 2 big victories over ranked opponents, Rutgers and Purdue wrestling back east. Both those guys in the Big 10, but 0-5 in the Big 12 here. So tonight's a big matchup for us. Wyoming got a lot of stud wrestlers, 13th ranked. They have 8 ranked wrestlers. We'll start here. A lot of familiar faces coming into town. Wyoming, interestingly enough, has a bunch of guys wrestling from Utah.
Yeah, starting at 125, one of their guys that weighed in was Brock George. He's from Syracuse High School. Or Doyle Trout will wrestle Josh Jensen from Payson High School in Utah.
Right, and another Utah guy at 149 pounds, Jaron Jensen, a Harriman product. He'll go up against Cameron Haddock or Landon Knutzen from UVU.
57s, we have Utah versus Utah, potentially Spencer Haywood, a redshirt freshman from Wasatch High School. He'll be wrestling Jed Loveless, a redshirt freshman from Payson High School.
Right. Big matchup here at 165. Coy Wilkerson from UVU or Demetrius Romero, our stud wrestler, going up against number 8th ranked Branson Ashworth, another Utah kid.
Spanish Fork High School.
But our marquee, biggest match of the night, take us away, 285 pounds.
Yeah, Tate Orendorff, he's ranked 17th currently. He'll wrestle Brian Andrews from Wyoming. They've wrestled before this season at the Cowboy Open where Tate came away with the victory, and so we're excited to see that matchup.
Well, and that's one thing that we really got to keep in mind is tonight we have some injuries. UVU's a little banged up. We got to wrestle through the injuries, number one. There's some key matchups. I would say the biggest thing that we got to do is make sure that we're winning the close matches. Stay tuned. Wolverine Wrestling on UVU TV.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
People talk about life after college, entering the real world. But this is engaged learning. I'm not just reading about it or watching someone else do it. I'm learning by doing. I'm at UVU. I'm in the real world every day.
Welcome back to the campus of Utah Valley University, Orem, Utah, where our guys are getting lined up, running the mat. Got a little pomp and circumstance before our matchup. We got Willie the Wolverine out there. UVU's taking on Wyoming. The Cowboys have come down from Laramie.
Yeah, for any of you tuning in that don't know the rules of wrestling or how it's scored, here's a quick graphic. If the team scores or the opponent score, however, a fall or a pin, that's 16 points. Technical fall is when they win by 15 or more points. That'll get 5 team points. A major decision is when you win the match by 8 points or more, which is 14 points. And then a regular decision is when you just win the match.
So a tight match, 3 points, right? For the team.
A lot of times that's the key to victory. Sometimes duels will go 5-5 with the matchups, and whoever gets the most bonus points wins the duel.
Right. Wrestling, interestingly enough, is an individual sport, but when you see kind of how, hey, my performance matters when I can get bonus points by beating my opponent by more, tech falling them or pinning them, well, yeah, I make a big difference for my team from a team perspective.
Right, so we want to mitigate those losses as much as possible and then capitalize on the wins.
Right. Tonight we're going to start at 184 pounds. We usually draw for that, so give the little guys a break so they don't have to be the first guys starting out. We're going to start at 184 pounds. Got a lot of options here tonight, so you're going to hear us. Some of these matchups are match time decision for both teams. UVU having a couple guys announced in the lineup, as well as Wyoming.
Right, UVU's been having issues with injuries, had the injury bug throughout the team and throughout the season. Started off super strong, beat a couple really tough teams. Rutgers, who's currently ranked 15th. We beat Purdue. At the time, they were ranked 13th. So those were Big Ten opponents, but yeah, we're looking forward to taking it to the Cowboys.
Now the history record between UVU and Wyoming is 13-1, and since Greg Williams, head coach, has been in, they're 0-10. But that does not mean, while we haven't come away with the result that we wanted, I will tell you that this matchup is generally always very, very tightly contested. This is really the biggest the closest other Division I program that we have close to us. So
right.
Interestingly enough, they're kind of a rival. I put them that way. They recruit a lot of the same kids that we're vying for to keep them here in Utah. So yeah, there's a little bit of rivalry blood there, wouldn't you say?
Back in the day, I mean, we always competed against Boise State. They were real close. There's a heated contest between us, and since their program was dropped, it's kind of fallen onto Wyoming's shoulders to put up with us. And last time they came to Lockhart Arena, not last year, the year before, the duel came down to criteria.
Right.
Tie score at the end. They typically go who got the most pins, who got the most tags and majors, but it came clear down to takedowns. Yep.
Right.
So last duel we had at home against Wyoming was real close, and we're looking to beat them this time.
Right. The one time we did beat Wyoming, we actually beat them up there in Laramie, and we're going to look to – I mean, this is a good matchup tonight. Here's the thing. Both teams, UVU spent the first 10 weeks of the season in the rankings. Got ranked as high as 21st. And, Wyoming's 13th here. They have 8 ranked wrestlers. UVU has 6. And so if we can win our tough matchups where we have ranked wrestlers, this can be really close.
Yeah, UVU, I mean, like you said, they were ranked 21 at one point, which was the highest in school history. And since then, dropped out of the top 25, no longer receiving votes. But it's because of the injuries that have plagued us. But here we go. Let's get ready for the action here with Will Sumner wrestling at 184. He's ranked 26th, and this is his redshirt senior year, his final year of eligibility, and so we're excited to see him go out with style this weekend. Tonight and tomorrow are the last home duels of the season for the Wolverines. And
yeah, awesome thing about Will, in and out of the rankings this year, he'll have a great match, beat a ranked guy, and then he's had a lot of ranked opponents, and so when you come in and out, you beat a ranked guy, you get in, you get some mentions, and then maybe you lose a close match, a ranked match, you get out of it. So Will's been doing a great job for UVU, and we're going to look for him to pick up a big win tonight over 19th ranked Tate Samuelson.
Yeah, that's a good spot for him. I mean, he's ranked 26, wrestling someone who's 19th. If he wins, potentially boost his ranking a little bit. If he loses, might not affect him too badly. So Will's going to come out hot.
Samuelson right in on this Russian tie. How do you get this out? You got the Mother Russia tie on. What do you do?
Yeah, head position is key here. Looks like he wiggled his way out. He's moving his head, got him in the front head back there.
Good job, Will. Nice head down.
Got to the corner.
Got to pull him down now. Oh, got to keep going. Got to keep going, Will. That's a lot of work. Will did a good job of doing all the action. He got a nice snap down. He cuts the angle. He's chasing and he's chasing, and he ends up not coming away with that. That's where we just got to keep wrestling all the way through.
Yeah, this level of competition, Division I, in the Big 12s, there's a lot that goes into wrestling. And you get in on that angle, you almost have a takedown, but these guys are at a high level of competition. They'll compete to get out of there. So
Samuelson trying to throw the legs in. Will did a good job of blocking him out, had his arm blocking that leg out, and now he's in this sit-out position. If Will can start creating some motion, right, he's going to knee slide up here. Look, again, that leg tries to come in. Will does a great job of throwing it out.
Yeah, he's doing great, keeping those legs out. Samuelson gets him broke down here.
Darn, that first little flurry was unfortunate because, again, I felt like Will was the one that did everything, got in the right position. And now Samuelson's legs come in. You can see that Will's right leg up off the mat. It's tough to get to your base if you can't get your knees under you, but he gets his knees up and we go out of bounds.
Yeah, we'll get a fresh start.
How important is that? And, you know, sometimes if I'm ever in a precarious situation, I'll try to get out to get a nice refresh start.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a sticky situation, you're close to the edge of the mat, it wouldn't hurt to go back in the middle and get a fresh start so you have a good opportunity of escaping off the whistle. Sits out here.
See, that's the type of motion. See, a sit, and now a reversal hopefully here.
In on the leg.
He's got to keep going.
See, he came up on the hip there. What he should have done is stayed on the leg and finished the takedown.
Right. But that was, okay, if you saw that, he short sits, he goes to like a Peterson roll, he does a switch. That was move after move after move. We end up getting out, so now the score's 2-1. He's got it close with 25 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, a takedown here at the end of the round would be clutch. Here in the last minute.
Again, oh, nice shot across the body. He's got to drive up.
Here.
He's got to drive up. Short time, 13 seconds. Throw position here. Both guys, one with a double under, one with 2 overhooks. Inside step.
Samuelson does a good job defending that, keeping his hips out. He knew it was short time as well.
Will defers in the second period here. Samuelson chooses down. So tight match. There is riding time, but we'll look for Will to really put on some heavy hands, heavy hips, keep him down on here.
Yeah, he could chip away at this riding time. And for those of you listening, if an opponent has over a minute of riding time, it's an extra point at the end of the match awarded. So we want to keep that to a minimum here.
Got to keep changing. You know, Will's got to change here. Okay, keep him, run him out here. Got to drive up. Okay, bear hug. Bear hug here, right?
Yeah, Samuelson.
Jack him up, throw him over. What?
Looks like Will was warned with the stalling call. Ref wanted him to keep the action in bounds.
I don't quite understand that call. You know, here's the thing. Referees really care deeply about really keeping the pace going, and that means even wrestling super tough on the edge of the mat. And so while Will had a double under and a lock on his back, he even stepped through. He felt like he didn't wrestle. Quick stand up here.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, he wore down that riding time. It's below a minute. He's back in his neutral position, looking to get to his shots and his underhooks.
Right.
I mean, he's been working that tie. He could step in and toss him here.
Oh, foot sweep there. Oh, nice throw by here. He's got to keep going to it, though. 2 hands to it.
There we go, William.
Try to trip him. Oh, gosh. Nice scramble there by Samuelson, and immediately is in on a leg ride.
You know, Samuelson's done a great job of capitalizing off of Will's attacks. You know, almost had him, not.
And this riding time counts back up. We just hit a minute right here. Man, again, this is Will's doing a lot of good things. He's the one that ends up going, push the action, push the move forward, and ends up losing a scramble position.
Will dinged with another stall. This time, Samuelson's awarded a point.
He's keeping his elbows in a little bit. I think the ref says, hey, you got to try to crawl forward. You got to get your hands to the mat. You got to get your hips up. Can't lay there.
Yeah, and maybe he just felt like he was in too much danger to expose himself and be vulnerable there to get out. It'll be Will's choice. He chooses bottom. This will be super important for him to get the escape early before Samuelson can get that leg in and start going to work.
Well, in that first period when there was a takedown, you'll notice Will knew, I don't know if he's watched some film or what, he had his hand. He's got his hand there blocking, and a short sit's a good position for a guy that likes to leg ride, because you can get real mobile by knee sliding, throwing out. This is a crappy job of trying to throw a leg in, and Will does a good job getting escape.
There we go.
Head touch.
Yeah, fake there.
Attacks.
Drives him out of bounds. Now the crowd's getting into it, looking for a stall call on Samuelson.
Right.
I mean, he did nothing to keep the action in bounds.
Will's got to still keep these same setups. He's got great motion. He's been running a really good underhook series here. So again, nice. Again, look at these fakes are getting him to react, and I think that's what matters, Jason.
Yeah, Will seems to be keeping his pace. Oftentimes we see wrestlers that have worked 2 rounds start to fade in the 3rd period, and Will's going. Samuelson on a shot. He's got that leg raked in.
It's almost like he fell into that shot. Not necessarily a deep shot or a deep penetration shot there. Kind of fell down into it. Will got his leg snatched up. Whips it down. Will's got a nice whizzer here. He comes out in front. Again, he's got to keep his hips heavy, and he gives up a takedown right there. Right there.
I mean, it's important to get that belt buckle on top of the head and try to defend there, get some weight on him. But coming too far out front sets you up for that double, with Samuelson just reached for and then drove him over.
Riding time is a factor. We got 38 seconds left in the period. A escape won't even do it. We need Will to get something on the board here.
Wyoming coaches asking Samuelson to cut him. They're looking for a takedown to get the major decision.
Got a sprawl here, Will.
Will has opportunity to score here in the front head.
Got to go, Will.
He's getting it right at the timeout.
Well, that brings our first match to a close. Scores 9-3. Samuelson from Wyoming comes away with the victory. That's a tough matchup. Again, that's one of those ranked opponents that I don't think, I think that could have gone either way. I thought Will pushed the action in a lot of places, but in the end of the day, guess what? Tate Samuelson scrambled a little bit better. So we're on to the next.
Yeah, I mean, we want to control the things we can control, and that's why we're looking forward to this match at 97s. Tanner has had an awesome season, beat some really tough opponents. He'll be wrestling Cale Davidson, a redshirt freshman from Wyoming. Davidson in on a leg early.
Another pair of ranked opponents. Cale Davidson coming in ranked number 20 as a redshirt freshman. Had a year of experience to be in the system. Now he comes out as a freshman ranked, which is awesome. Tanner, our redshirt junior, ranked 14th. Again, close ranking. We're going to look for Tanner to run the corner here.
Here we go. He's in a good spot. Staying on that ankle, getting the angle there. It's a good opportunity to score. They're back on their feet. Sometimes Tanner gets teased a little bit. He tends to get taken down and scored on in the first round, and then slowly builds momentum as the match goes on. And so,
boy, does he. Tanner's come away with some big victories over ranked opponents, and it's because he kept pace. Even though he perhaps got down in the first or second periods, he stays relentless and wrestles all the way to the end. This is a good example. He gets shot on. He does a great job of defending the whole way through.
So the ref gave Tanner a stall warning here. Coach Williams wanting to chat with him. The ref waved off the stall call.
So we're going to look for these guys to get a nice tie-up, nice changes out of these ties. Tate currently in an outside tie-up. A nice little elbow pass by Cale Davidson.
Yeah, Tanner has a gas tank. He tends to wear on guys as the match goes on.
When you talk about gas tank, that's one thing that Wyoming really has an advantage of. The school is at over 7,000 feet, I believe. And so they train at a high level, high altitude. And that means when they come even down here, they go to sea level, they can really, really push the pace. Their oxygenated blood is just grasps on really, really well. I think we're fortunate to be in the Rockies here as well. We've got good elevation. We can wrestle opponents, have a little bit more of a gas tank, but these Wyoming boys really come away with it.
Tanner looking to clear the tie here. 45 seconds left in the first period.
Changes again.
Looking to pull Russian.
Good pull there. Heavy, heavy hands by Tanner.
He faked to that right leg and then snuck the corner.
He's got to drive up. He's got to lock here. This is a great position. He can step and then lift. There he goes, and he has the two right there.
Score. That's perfect timing. 10 seconds
just
left
drive
in the
him out
round.
here.
We're happy to be here. So Davidson awarded a point. Tanner stayed on that leg for too long, which is a stall call.
Yeah, got a warning, and then I thought they had waved the first one off, so this would be his that would have been his first call, but I guess they did not wave that first one off. The second stall warning ends up being a point.
Tanner drives him into the UVU crowd where Davidson gets heckled a little bit there on the sideline.
Tanner's got to get weight forward. You're going to see him here. He's going to want to fire forward, get weight up on his hands. Nice job right there. Cuts him down. He's got a Iowa ride back here, keeping keeping Davidson's heel locked up. Tight waist here.
Yeah, looking for maybe a tilt. It's a really tight waist.
Tight waist tilt here.
He's got them long arms. Reach over there and get a hold of his kidney almost on the other side.
Right. Tanner is the older brother to our heavyweight wrestler, Tate Orendorff, which is questionable for our next matchup, being that he's going to look for to swim his arm out here. Got to stay in between those legs and now crawl up the back. You want to see him crawl up the back. Keep these legs split right here. If he keeps these legs split, didn't do it. He could have scooped up that leg and
start looking for some back points.
Right.
No, he's riding tough. He's sticky up here on top. He's got Davidson broke down. Just being relentless. That ankle lock.
You want to keep, look, nice pressure. Even using his knee back on the back of his tricep there, keeping weight over those hands.
Yeah, he's off the hips. I mean, he's just got all kinds of pressure going for him.
He's got to keep going, though. We don't want to let him out here with short time. Good job holding him down.
20 seconds. Wyoming coach is a little bit frustrated here.
All right, we want to keep this wrist ride, keep weight over those hips.
Tanner rakes in that near wrist, which is good for a lot of things.
A lot of opportunities come out of this right here. This wrist ride, super heavy here. 2 seconds left.
Borderline stalling on bottom there towards the end of the round.
All right, here we go. Third period, we choose neutral.
Yep.
Nice sweep single. He's got to keep moving, though. He can't sit underneath this. You're going to look for him to keep going up, keep coming around, swing the arm through.
Right.
Got to keep a hold of that heel. Got to keep moving.
Davidson does a good job. He kind of pulled splits there, splits position, and then got his hips out. Tanner's just pushing him.
Oh, nice snap down. Nice snap down to a front headlock. Now he's got an angle at this ankle. Got to keep going. Got to keep running. Got to keep running here.
Yeah, we had a similar situation first round. Staying on the ankle is going to be important.
Oh, he's got to
drag it back in.
Drag him back in here. If he gets both hands to this foot,
Davidson looking to bail here.
I don't know how you can't call this stalling. He's trying to get off the mat. Yeah.
They just call stale.
Interesting.
I mean, minute left. Tanner's got a couple minutes of riding time. And all the action so far in the round. He's got 2 or 3 shots to 0.
Well, and that's the funny thing is I feel like Tanner actually has done a lot to keep the pace. Again, you can't be down on the legs and hold them, right? You can't be down on the legs and stall out. And that's where we lost the point. But I really feel like overall, Tanner's done a great job of pushing the action. Again, another head touch to a high C. He's had some great sweep singles.
UVU crowd calling for a stall. Tanner,
all right, look at this, another stall.
And Tanner's been taking the shots. Coach Branch from Wyoming over here.
He's done a good job. Watch this
up.
Snap down to a front headlock. Shot came from far away.
Yeah, kind of a shot in desperation. You know, short time. Same position.
We got to run it. We want these points. Run that angle. Run that angle. You know, Davidson's got way long arms. That's a takedown. Nice job right at the last. Well, awesome job. Tanner Orendorff, our stud-ranked wrestler at 197 pounds, comes away with a 8-2 victory. That makes the team score 3-3. It's kind of what we want. Tough matchups.
Looks like heavyweight here. Tate Orendorff is not going to wrestle. One of our highlight matches. We'll have Benjamin Andrew, redshirt sophomore for UVU, represent Utah Valley. Andrew's taken down early.
We got Andrew and Andrews.
Yeah, a little bit confusing. Number 21, Brian Andrews, a sophomore from Wyoming, who we were hoping to have wrestle Tate.
Yeah, Tate, we got word that Tate has been sick. He came down with the flu. And again, you want to make sure you're up on top of things, so especially when you're trying to get your mind right, get your body feeling right. They decided not to wrestle him tonight. They're going to put in our young buck.
Yeah, wrestling, it tends to be a long season. Staying healthy is important. You get some bug in you and you keep working out and keep pushing it. Your body gets worn down, especially towards the end of the season, which we're in the last stretch.
Well, I've said this. UVU's had some unfortunate injuries. Some of our guys out of the lineup tonight. And I'll be honest, I always feel like wrestling goes so well through November, December, and it's like right after that Christmas holiday, I swear we come back and guys, and all over, you know, from a number of different programs, not just UVU. It's like this weird time where we come back and guys kind of start breaking down. So taking care of your body is really important. Chase and I were talking about this throughout college and university. If you take care of your body's going to take care of you, and that includes, I mean, these universities got extensive recovery, ice baths, massage therapy, other therapies to make sure you got your body right. Little pass by takedown there. Brian Andrews throws these legs in. Kind of a sloppy leg in, but he puts on this power half.
No near fall.
Benjamin Andrew does a good job of keeping his hip down, and golly, he was so darn high. If Andrew was able to pop his hips up, he would have thrown him right off.
And then he bailed back to his belly.
Close up here. We got to get our knees up underneath us. Right there. Good job by Andrew.
Yeah, like you're saying, there's a lot of things that these wrestlers can do to take care of their bodies, maintain them throughout the season and throughout their careers. One thing that's oftentimes overlooked is just nutrition, what you're putting into your body.
I feel like, here we go into a tilt. That gets us some near fall here. But he comes up. Nice job here. He gets an escape. So two near fall.
Just under 30 seconds remaining in the first period.
Actually, he got a 4 near fall with that. Andrew on this outside tie. We want him to get inside. Oh, right there. I mean, there was some opportunity. He had an angle. I don't know if he knew he was in a shooting position, though. He had a great angle, though.
Yeah.
Had his head and his hands beat.
At heavyweight, we don't see that as often either, you know. Guys getting in on legs and shooting positions.
So even though, you know, we got a ranked wrestler going up against a relatively youthful wrestler, redshirt sophomore, we got to see the match stay close. And if you know, hey, I'm wrestling a really stud muffin guy, I still want to make sure that I'm doing what I can to keep the match close. I don't want to give up those bonus points. I think that's a big place that we can wrestle tough still. He's getting high here. Andrew's got to shake him now. He's got to come out the back and start shaking, come out the back.
Yeah,
got to go to
up
like
there.
A tripod, quad pod. But those legs came back, and again, it's so heavy.
Yeah, heavyweight's a unique classification because some of these athletes, they can weigh anywhere from 185 to 285, depending on the school and who they have representing them.
Both these guys seem to be similarly sized. Got to keep moving on bottom, though.
Yeah, we see a couple good attempts, getting in a decent spot, somewhere you might be able to capitalize, and then kind of dissipates.
Looks like we got some blood there on the shoulder. And I think Andrews from Wyoming's got a bloody nose. He's keeping pressure up on his arms. You see, if you can't get your hands off the mat, it's hard to get anything else up off the mat. Coach Williams saying, hey, got to keep moving here, got to move.
Short time left in the round, 10 seconds. So, frustrating round there. I mean, we have choice, choose bottom and wind up getting rode the entire round.
Right. Currently, as the score stands, riding time is a factor. So we got to get some points on the board. Here comes that blood time, which I saw. There was actually some blood on the shoulder of Benjamin Andrew.
Yeah, riding time's locked in. Theoretically, if Ben Andrew were to ride Wyoming the whole round, it's still going to get dinged at that point. Get the mat cleaned up here and get back to the action. Coach.
So watch this takedown. Great form, heads up, attacks at the knees, and comes up real heavy, right? You see how he, Andrews smears up. I call it smearing up, where he keeps weight on his opponent the whole way up.
Looks like Wyoming chose bottom here. Looking to knee slide out.
Got to do more than just hang on here. We got to actually reach for some hands. Andrew lets him go. Got to look for some offense here. It looks like he's getting his hands active, which is great. Russian attempt here. Again, everything's looking from outside. There goes inside tie.
Yeah, pull Russian in on the leg.
Nice. I think it's a good example right there. You know, I feel like Andrew does a good job of changing. He's inside, he comes outside, he pulls a Russian, and then he immediately shoots. And yet doesn't follow through. You gotta follow through on that shot the whole way through. And unfortunately doesn't come away with that takedown, gets spun behind.
Yeah, a lot of times wrestlers and wrestling fans alike, they think that getting in on the leg is the hard part of the match, but actually finishing the shot once you're in on the leg, after you're set up, finishing tends to take more time, energy, effort, all the above. So unfortunately, we have wrestlers that get in on a leg and think, oh cool, the hard part's over, I can rest here, and then they wind up getting scored on.
Right. So constant action, constant motion is the name of the game. I actually don't. I think that's the name of the game no matter what position you're in. If you're on your feet, if I change, I move, I constantly have some type of motion. If I'm on bottom, if I'm on top, I can't hold on to one tie, right? I have to go from one tie to the next, wrist to leg ride to whatever you choose to do. It's just a constant chain wrestle, right?
Yeah, we watch some of the best wrestlers in the country and in the world, and they're always moving. They don't stop. It's hand motion, feet motion, head motion. That's what wins matches.
Well, that wraps up our match with the riding point time, 14-2. That's a major decision victory, which is 4 points for Wyoming. That brings the team score to 7, Wyoming, UVU 3.
A little bit of a mix-up over here in Wyoming. We had Brock George, Utah native, walking out, ready to check in at the table. His coaches yelled at him, "Hey, come back." We're gonna have Doyle Trout wrestle Josh Jensen, senior from Payson High School.
Another stud wrestler coming from Wyoming. Had a pretty bad accident, lost a leg years ago. Wyoming honored his scholarship that had been extended to him, and he stayed with the team and he's trained. 0-6 on the year, but what a tough wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. You coming out of high school in a serious car accident, have to relearn how to wrestle, kind of different style down there.
Well, we've always debated. There was a stud wrestler actually wrestled one of UVU's All-American wrestlers, Ben Kerr, Anthony Robles from the University of Arizona, or University of Arizona.
Arizona State University.
Right, Arizona.
Sun Devils.
Sun Devils, Arizona State. National champion wrestler Ben Kerr from UVU actually wrestled him in the semifinals. And I had a lengthy discussion with a number of people that said, that guy's got one leg. He's at such a disadvantage. I'm like, actually, he knows how to wrestle with one leg, right? So, yeah, it's a totally new style. It's a totally different style here.
Yeah, a little bit different situation. But even for Josh Jensen, I mean, he's got to kind of change how he wrestles to get on those angles and get in the right positions.
Of course. And you notice, I guess you're going to be wrestling a guy that's in front headlock nearly all the time, but that means he's just that much tougher. Josh doing a good job. Again, if I can keep constant motion, that means even in this front headlock, if I move, and I change, I get opportunity here. Oh, peek out shot. He's going to try to keep us. Yep, nice job on defense there for Josh.
Yeah, Josh spending time on his knees here. Might serve him better to stay on his toes, keep some pressure in there.
Right. Got to keep moving, though. If you notice, Doyle's doing a great job of having a tight elbow. He's pulling his elbow deep under his chest, putting his head up in the middle of Josh's chest. Really blocks out a lot of what you can create from a front headlock position because you're locked in the front rather than able to get to the side and get an angle.
Yeah, Trout, notice here, Josh looks for that ankle. Trout sits on it.
Oh, jump behind here. He's got to try and keep a leg in. Short time, 17 seconds.
Yep, no score. Trout wins that takedown right here at the end of the round.
Short time. 5 seconds may be enough for us to hurry and get a quick escape.
Yeah, one thing, talking about Anthony Robles, he was really tough on top.
It's actually where he got most of his turns. He'd do like a 2-on-1 barrel roll. Oh, right here. You see this 2-on-1 barrel roll tilt. End up scoring a ton of points off that.
Wyoming will choose bottom here.
Josh did a lot of work there to jump behind. Good scramble by Doyle Trout. So we're in the second period here. Let's see what Josh can pull away with, again, a different type of style. You got a guy with no leg there. Nothing to grab onto from a foot or a toe. Doyle just arches his back from a short sit position and gets away.
We're back in this neutral position. Once again, looking for that angle, front head position.
See, Josh is so deep with this underhook on this right side. Oh, nice throw by here. He's got to keep moving, though. You got, you know, the only way to do this. Nice pass by. There we go. 2 takedown. He's got to keep going, though. Josh has got to keep going. All right, neutral. Scores 4-2. Let's look for Josh to keep. I think the name of the game here is going to be Josh keeping a lot of motion. You got a guy that wants to wrestle and has to wrestle on one knee, so it creates some opportunities here.
Yeah, Josh.
Peek out again to a shot.
Trout. The peek out in on the leg.
Trout's got a hold of Josh's leg, but Josh has an ankle hooked and nothing to really drive up on. So that's a smart move by Josh Jensen. He takes the drive leg and just holds that foot back, right? I like what Josh is thinking here, though. He's going, okay, I'll go a short elbow, grab hand control, and throw it by and jump behind. That's how he got that last takedown. You got to try to get short time, 5 seconds. Let's just try to get something here without a peek out.
Third and final round. Josh Jensen, he'll choose bottom. UVU's choice.
Josh immediately stands up.
Let's get Josh some support.
All right, escape. Now we're close. I mean, it's a 3-4 match. You know, you're wrestling a guy that, what weight do you think Doyle would have been pre-injury?
Well, he was recruited to go 25s or 33s anyway.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it looks like he's probably put on some weight. He's been strength training.
Right. No, you got to think, hey, I don't have the weight of a leg. I'm probably wrestling a guy that's probably closer to 141, 149 pound size, which means the strength, you know, if he grabs my arm, he grabs my wrist, it's just a difference in strength, right? So you got to also combat that, deal with that.
Right, and that's the thing with Anthony Robles. They say he probably would have wrestled closer to 49s, 57s.
A lot of bravery, you know, Doyle coming back from that injury. Jensen here, again, in this front headlock type of position. He's driving forward, pushing now. He's on his toes. This is where I think you're going to get opportunity. Minute left.
1 minute left, and we need to score. Let's give it up for him.
Short time here.
See right here, Josh is having a heck of a time getting his wrist free. A peek out drive. Ooh. There was a peek out there by Doyle. Double under here. He's got now both these elbows are pinched. Got to bounce the head. Okay, he's got this wrist. Got to go. 28 seconds. Grab this wrist, or excuse me, this ankle.
20 seconds left.
Oh my. Takedown there right at the last of the period. As time runs out, that's going to make the final score Wyoming 6, UVU 3.
Tough loss here.
Now 133 pounds, we have Isaiah Delgado. Taking on Andre Bridges from Wyoming.
Stud wrestler from Wyoming, Monterey Bridges, 10th ranked in the nation, going up against our freshman wrestler, young buck, Isaiah Delgado. Isaiah, I like his style. He's got a good gas tank. He moves a lot. He's got great motion, and right away in a front headlock here on Montori.
Yeah, he's super good at hand fighting. Gets guys in positions to score, and his pace. His pace is phenomenal.
Yeah, I like his style. Bridges a redshirt sophomore with a 24-7 record. He's wrestled some tough guys. Oh, nice little knee tap there.
Yeah, I wonder where he got that. Yeah, I think Montori Bridges scored, or earned, however, All-American status last season.
Bridges coming to us from Oklahoma. Perhaps a connection to Coach Mark Bridges' alma mater, right?
Oh, Delgado, some wrestling here on the edge. Oh, some good action. First minute. Gotten some good positions here.
Nice shot. Nice
Awesome.
shot
And
by
on the
Delgado.
leg.
And he's got a finish here. There he goes. Snatches up that ankle and immediately goes to this trap arm here. He's got to keep moving, though. He's got to keep moving towards that, right? Get his feet on the mat and drive towards that trapped arm, but the trapped arm comes out. So Bridges in this short sit kind of a position.
Right? It's pretty cool. Freshman Isaiah Delgado coming out and taking down All-American.
Does it, but immediately, gets taken down, but has a nice double leg, snatches up Delgado's legs, pulls them together. Delgado gets escape. 3-3.
We like wrestling here too.
Yeah, I actually think it's one of Delgado's stronger positions. Is that he can keep pace, he keeps heavy hands. Good turnout from the Wyoming crowd tonight. They had, again, a lot of local kids wrestling for Wyoming, so able for parents and people that know them to come check them out.
30 seconds left in the period. Delgado's in a good position here, got that front head.
Gotta go, though. You can't hang out. I always say it. We lose the opportunity because we just hang out there.
Yeah, you get a guy's head down. There's opportunities there.
Bridges, nice job. His hands, quick heavy hands. Okay, if I got a guy's head down now, I got to work with it.
Right.
Delgado can't just stand here and hold his head down, right?
It'll be Wyoming's choice. He'll choose bottom. Oh, ref had it wrong. UVU's choice. Quick escape here. Tie the match up.
Oh, nice switch to a stand-up. Again, that chain wrestle to an escape. Nice job. 1 point, Delgado.
Yeah, we have a match here.
5-5. Again, we're in the second period. It's fresh in the second period, but again, young wrestler wrestling a number 10 ranked, really, really tough. We're going to look for him to still be light on his feet. Bridges has a great double leg from outside. He also catches you flat-footed. He's got great timing with his shot, so nice down block here. Delgado knows he can take some shots here. He's just got to keep his confidence here.
Yeah, notice Delgado, he doesn't quite mind letting Montori have that inside tie. He's got some stuff he works from the outside, crease pulls, elbow passes.
There's that double leg, man.
He said it.
I'll be honest, I've noticed that newer technique and wrestling evolves, right? Out to the edge of the mat. He drives him out, though. As wrestling kind of evolves, I've noticed this position of shooting a double leg from it's almost like a low-level double leg where you're actually launching from a very, very, very low-level position and you launch through.
Just run through them.
And run through. Who had that last week? A couple weeks ago, we had a few wrestlers just wrestling so tough with that low-level double leg. I think Demetrius Romero, our 165-pounder, does a great job of it. Jordan Burroughs, I think he's the originator of a nice, powerful, low-level double leg.
Yeah, one thing, you watch film and you got a guy that does that. You want to keep your hands low, keep your
headhunt here. Delgado's got a headhunt here, but keep moving.
Yeah, Isaiah's been working that position.
Headhunt?
Yep, bottom position. Guys trying to pull crab.
Okay, here we go.
Trying to tilt.
We're giving up this near fall right at the last of the mat, or last of the round here. And all that is a cross wrist 2-on-1 cheap tilt.
Yep.
But when you got a guy that finishes up our second period, when you got a guy that can do that, man, they'll ride it tough. That 4-point near fall makes the match now 11-5.
Yeah, Sam, we've talked about this before. Sometimes we get these young bucks stepping into the college scene, and the spot where they get beat the most is bottom position. You got
right.
A seasoned vets coming out here and riding / turning guys.
I think it's where you learn to be the toughest going to college. Guys are good on their feet, but to be really dominant and hold a guy down on your feet, or excuse me, on top, that usually takes some years to master.
Anticipated that low-level shot.
Shoot him out here. Shoot him out here. Circle's in now. Delgado's got a circle now. Sweep single attempt, but Delgado down blocks. Let's attack him out. Got to keep going. Got to keep going. Nice. Keep going. Two takedown. Nice job.
Some good wrestling.
And I'll tell you, Delgado, he's a young kid, but he's still got some great stuff. Great scramble there.
Delgado looks to the corner, or Keen Tatsumetov, motioning for him to ride tough here on the edge.
We got a 5-point difference. What we're going to want to see him do is get some type of turn. It's not going to happen here on the edge of the mat, so we get a fresh start here. Delgado's got to get some turns here.
Yeah, 37 seconds. Wyoming coaches yelling at Bridges, hey, it's one escape, one takedown. That's a major decision. Be awesome if we could get a turn here or ride him tough here and hold him to just the normal decision as time wears down.
Sit out here.
Delgado riding tough. He's sticky here.
All right, get an escape there. Okay, we got to stay. We don't get caught flat-footed. Nice down block here. Keeps his head down. 16 seconds. Got to keep the head down. Nice job.
Delgado now understands where this shot's coming from, this outside double.
Right.
And he's stopped like 3 of them.
He has done a good job. We got to keep moving. Quick takedown here. We bring the match even closer.
We oftentimes, we don't like to see our guys lose matches, but we have a freshman come out and wrestle someone that tough, that well, and not a lot of things to complain about.
Right.
That cheap tilt's what did him in.
Right.
And these are things we can work on in the room.
Right. Well, stay with us. We're going to take a short break here. UVU 3, Wyoming Cowboys 13. Stay with us. Utah Valley Wrestling on UVU TV.
Here at Intermountain Healthcare, our doctors have experience treating young athletes, professional athletes, and the athlete next door. We treat everyday injuries, sports injuries, concussions, total joint replacements, and everything in between. Come visit our board-certified physicians and surgeons here at Intermountain Healthcare's Utah Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. We're committed to keeping you moving.
Welcome back to the campus of Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. We got the number 13th ranked Wyoming Cowboys against the Wolverines of Utah Valley. Now they've come away with a little bit more than us, 3 matches to 1. Here's some matchups here. Will Sumner in on a nice shot but scrambles out. And here's another one where Samuelson's got a nice single leg and ends up powering through. Then we flash over here to our heavyweight match where, wow, Davidson right there, nice drag by, pulls him down.
Yeah, Ben Andrew wound up stepping up to the plate in that match, came away with the loss. Doyle Trout, 25-pounder for Wyoming, over Josh Jensen. And then the most recent match, Isaiah Delgado, scoring on number 10th ranked in the country, held Montori Bridges to a decision.
Yeah, Montori's got that amazing low-level double leg. So, hey, good matchups. I think there was a couple we could have come away with and should have, but you know what? The match is still within reach. We got some of our stud wrestlers coming up. Wyoming's got their ranked opponents. Stay with us. Utah Valley University TV. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
And buying from somebody else.
In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life. If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Chevrolet. I promise you'll love it.
Before you even think about buying a new truck or SUV, you've got to check out MurdochChev.com. You'll be glad you did.
We've got huge discounts on all 2018 models, and you're going to love the 2019 Silverado. Only at Murdoch Chevrolet in Logan and Woods Cross. You've got to come and see us.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
Welcome back to the campus of Utah Valley University where the Wyoming Cowboys are in town, 13th ranked, coming off of 4 matchups where they've wrestled ranked opponents. Utah Valley's had their fair share of ranked opponents here in the Big 12 Conference. We got to get back to our winning ways, right?
Right. We're in the second half of the duel here. Pick it up where we left off at 41s. We'll wrestle through 74s. Hey, some good matches to look forward to, and actually for this Utah crowd, there's some familiar faces with Wyoming having some Utah guys on the lineup and UVU as well.
Right. We have, through 5 matches, Wyoming's won 4 of them, and UVU's come away with 1 at 197 pounds. Tanner Orendorff, our stud-ranked wrestler at 114, came away with that victory, but now we're up to 141.
Yeah, Dylan Gregerson, freshman, Utah boy. He'll be wrestling number 12 in the country, Sam Turner, sophomore. Typically we have Matt Finley, who's been ranked 9th in the country.
Finley a little banged up after a pretty long season wrestling really high level, number 9 ranked, beat some really, really tough kids. For Gregerson, fortunate, I always say in order to be the best, you got to wrestle with the best, and so having one of the better ranked wrestler, one of the best wrestlers in the country in your room, that's your practice partner, that's always great to have. So, the younger kids get to learn alongside the more seasoned, better kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bright side to this situation too. I mean, a lot of our more seasoned guys are sitting out, banged up, sick, whatever, but it gives these other younger guys time to shine, time to go out there and see what competition is like, and then see what adjustments they need to make to be able to compete here.
Well, I always say, we'd love to have our full lineup healthy, but we're going to do the best with what we got, right?
Dylan Gregerson trains a ton in Greco,
Front headlock position here. We're going to look for him to be tough. No takedown yet. Trips him down. Trips him down, and we go out of bounds.
Fresh start here in the middle.
Immediate quad pod. Throws a leg in, though. You know, some of these, well, now to this, go for this tilt here.
Yeah, Gregerson not in a good spot. Sam Turner got a lot of pressure on that leg.
Shoulder, you know, he goes, interestingly enough, I always say some moves lead to others, and now he's in this near fall position. Darn it.
Yep. He just waited for him to lean one way and then went with his momentum there.
He skis him one way, skis him out one way, and when he brings his hips over, he immediately comes to a shoulder hug on the other side, and super tough. So here's the same position again. Ski out, shoulder hug, boom, right there again. That's literally just a change of momentum. Weight, hips go one way to defend it by Gregerson, shoulder hug to the next way. And right off the bat, I mean, we're already 10 to 0 with that 4-point near fall.
Yeah, Sam Turner, no joke on top here. He ranked 12th in the country for a
Again,
reason.
another shoulder hug. Making this look easy, controlling from this leg ride shoulder hug position.
Yeah, if we're not careful, we might see a tech fall within the first round. Current score 14-0. I mean, Sam Turner has one more turn attempt, and he's going to want to leave him on his back to try to get an additional point for the team in a pin situation.
Turner, tough riding from Turner.
It's Wyoming's.
Sam Turner coming to us from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Wyoming chooses bottom. Escape here means the match is over.
Yeah, so go for broke, right?
And that'll do it.
Quick match. Only took 6 seconds into the second period. Sam Turner comes away with a technical fall victory. Shows technical superiority over his opponent for a 5-point victory. That takes the team score 18-3, Wyoming over UVU.
49s. This will be a matchup between two Utah wrestlers. Landon Knutzen, redshirt sophomore for UVU, wrestling Jensen, a redshirt sophomore for Wyoming. Jensen coming out of Harriman High School, South Jordan, Utah. Landon Knutzen, Maple Mountain.
Ooh, nice. High C, low level there.
Knutzen wanting to get his foot on the mat. Jensen does a good job of tree-topping it there.
To a trip, but out.
No change. Now.
Look for Landon to fire out here. Still fresh. Great takedown there by Jensen. Okay,
Landon with the escape here. Going back to work on their feet.
Landon's got to stay a little lighter on his feet here. I think that's what caught him up last time. Got to stay light and look for some offense. I don't think he had a chance to really. Ooh, I see too far away though. Too much time for Jensen to react. He's got his head down here in this front headlock position, but he wins head position. Uh-oh, bear hug here.
Not a good. A little scary there.
Right.
So you got a guy, bear hug, stepped in on you. Knutzen just goes over hooks and winds up in a better spot, but they were out of bounds.
Yeah, decent throw there. That was still a scramble position. It would have been interesting to see what happened if that had happened in the middle of the mat. It'd be exciting. Jensen looked looked very comfortable there, though. Oh, nice again. It's the same shot. It's a high seat. He pivots to a single leg. But, okay, we got a crotch lock right here by Landon. He's got to keep his that lock tight, sit here and roll it through probably. You don't want to hang out here. This is not a good position for Landon.
Yeah, once we get his foot over
Hook
that.
the hip.
There we go.
Got to keep moving here. Got to keep scooting his hips.
Jensen looking at his coaches like, what do I do here? Coaches over there demonstrating on one another.
He's got to keep scooting his hips. If he scoots and sits here, he'll get a takedown. Right there, hug him, hug him.
Scrambling still.
Wow, nice scramble by both guys.
That's some good action.
Landon had a chance. He had a leg in, right? And all he had to do is scoot his hips and hug him, pull him back to a 2-point takedown. And now we're in this.
Might as well put a bow on it, huh, Sam? It's a pretty opportunistic
we're in
moment
this
in the match.
Position, 17 seconds. We want to really make sure we got to stay tough here. Rolled through, got to keep going, got to keep wrestling. Short time. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to end the first period here.
Now some good scramble positions. Landon gets taken down, maybe surprised a little bit in that first round, first bit of the round, and then score here shows 3-1.
In my mind, I was looking at thinking that there was a takedown and an escape. It should be 2-2 now.
I think you're right.
Unless there was a penalty point that I missed. Regardless, tough wrestling here. Both guys scrambling well in that first period. I think takedowns are going to be the big deciding factor here. That shot that Landon's shooting comes from too far away. Jensen's got way too much time to defend that. And we're in this over-under again. Landon looking comfortable here with a lock around the body. He's going to dig inside here. Both guys digging in a pummel position.
Yeah, at this level, there's a lot of dangerous guys getting on those throw positions.
Landon looks comfortable there, though. You know, even that little flurry we had go out of bounds, Jensen really locked up in a double under bear hug. And
yeah, I was worried, but
again there, now that shot, he gets to it, steps behind. We got a score here. Again, keep moving, reach for that far leg. The hip's not good, and he gets his leg out.
Yeah,
wow.
He just snaked it out there.
And then he immediately goes to the near ankle, running to the near side. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he steps over that ankle and gets his points.
Well, he's in a cradle lock now. He's got to fight the lock, try to stay balanced here. He's got to try to stay balanced here. Got to stay balanced here, Landon. Got to stay balanced here.
Yeah, look at fighting the lock. Something we haven't seen yet. He's kind of just
he's trying to balance and avoid it rather than give up balance. I don't think we're going to get anything here because he's doing a good job defending. And now you see where the lock's at, clear down at Landon's knee.
Yeah,
not a good place to have
spot.
There, breaks the lock. But he's in on a leg, so now let's see if we can get a reversal here. Short time.
Runs out. Yep. Too little, too late.
So I'm still trying to understand where that extra point came from. Third period, Jaron Jensen chooses down. Landon's tough on top. He's got some arrows in his quiver here.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do. Get to work here. Riding that spiral ride. He's got a real tight claw. Jensen looking to peel it. Landing on the ankle. Ref counts there. Can't stay on the ankle too long.
Got to run that spiral ride. I'm not sure here. Okay. Landon's got to make this happen now. I don't want to see him get desperate. Just try something here to throw. Jensen blocking out, pushing on the hips here. You see, he throws.
Comes out with it.
If he's behind, I can't tell if he's not behind the leg yet. There, that should be
That's
2.
Well, Jensen still has the whizzer, and they go into the barrier.
Not sure why. I mean, Landon's foot was still in bounds. Jensen looks a little tired here.
Yeah.
Landon can keep the pace. He can close this gap. 1 minute left in the third period here.
Just under a minute. On your feet, Wolverines.
Shot. Got to keep shooting, Landon. 49 seconds.
Drew a stall call. I mean, ref notices there's a lot more action going UVU's way.
But you got to go. You got to keep going. We're a 4-point deficit. We got to make up this ground, Landon. All right, now we got a front headlock. Landon likes this. Look for a snap down, go behind here with 31 seconds.
Landon almost.
Again, we're just pushing. That's got to be a stall. All right, so we're closing the gap. Got to go.
Gunning for the takedown, 20 seconds.
There's that nice.
Coaches say cut him. Coaches say cut him.
Stalling, there we go. Now go!
And that ties the match. Jensen looking tired.
Yeah, he's gassed.
He looks at Coach like, what? And Branch
he looks at Branch going, oh, what's going on? And Landon's ready to go. We want this one. We want this one.
Lockhart Arena on their feet. Getting the clock set.
Again, oh, look at this fake.
Good fake. Got him stepping.
Got his head down, got him tired. We got to look for his offense. He's had a good job at a high C single. Again, high C, got to run to it. Got to keep going, got to keep going. Step behind.
To the corner.
Run.
Right hand, left
Two
hand,
takedowns.
that's 2. That'll be the
Landon
match.
comes away with the match. Overtime victory.
That's what we're talking about.
Jensen faded bad right there.
Yeah.
Jensen faded bad into that third period.
He had a bad third round. I mean, Knutzen coming out back from the deficit.
Tough wrestle for Landon Knutzen.
Yeah, it's a good spot for him.
Watch this last takedown. Does a good job stepping over the leg, reaches to the far knee, boom, runs it through. Nice job, Landon.
57's Spencer Haywood, redshirt freshman from Wasatch High School, wrestling Jed Loveless, redshirt freshman, Hastings High School, both Utah boys again, back-to-back matches.
2 back-to-back matches with Utah guys. It's cool to see.
Yeah, Utah wrestling does a good job putting guys out
Double
in
leg
Division I
takedown there.
programs. Loveless takes him down. Ref might not have noticed, Loveless had his hands locked after the 2 was awarded. Coach Williams threw the block. He's going to challenge it there. Referee's going to review the film.
So
see
what is being challenged here is Loveless gets a takedown, right? And immediately, if you have your hands locked, you got to let go of that lock when you get a takedown. And
not allowed to lock on top.
Williams sees that he holds his lock, so it's like, hey, takedown's awarded. Let's see what the referee says.
Ref comes out with the decision, goes ahead and awards Haywood for that locking of hands.
So hey, good challenge. Essentially, Coach Williams sees that, hey, he kept his hands locked. I'm going to challenge it. Ends up getting a point on the board for Spencer Haywood.
Spencer will be down starting this second portion.
Okay, we got to get up here. Look for this leg. You see this leg just hanging out right there like it's ready to go in. Got to keep moving, right?
Yep. He's got that ankle locked. He's kind of sticky on top.
Well, here's the thing. The interesting thing about this is that Iowa ride, typically I turn my hip the other way to clear that leg, but
yeah, you can create a lot of distance and get some movement in there if you turn into him a little bit.
fresh start. Ooh, nice stand up here with some hand control.
Pretty explosive off the whistle.
Leg comes in though. Got to know that that's coming in.
Yeah, we talk about, I mean, there's a lot of good wrestlers out there technically. Sometimes where they lack is mat awareness. How much time's left in the round? Where are you at on the mat? What is your opponent going to go for?
Right. You know, if we can keep this match close, I think it puts us in good position to really make this a close match.
Yeah, we're within striking distance. It's not a...
This is an important match. That's all I'm saying. If you look at two redshirt freshmen, both from Utah here, both with the budding and starting career here in wrestling. Then we got our stud, Demetrius Romero, going up against another stud. That could go either way. But then we finished with Kimble, Bastion, our 13th ranked wrestler. This could be a match. This is an important one, though. Uh-oh. Comes out in this over-under type of position.
Yeah, Jed Loveless, he's got a longer, frame on him. Whereas Spencer Haywood, he's a stockier, shorter athlete. Sometimes these positions are more favorable, and depending on what body type you have.
Right. Oh wow, what a great fake. Change of level here.
$10 seconds.
Short time, we want to just pummel inside here. Haywood just doing a good job holding off. Red's choice here in the second period. Loveless chooses down.
See what Spencer can do on top here. Give him an opportunity to show what he's got.
He's got it, yeah. Got to keep. Ooh, nice Grammy. Wow, what a great Grammy roll.
Yep.
I think Jed felt that pressure coming, going to right one side without really any bind. No real tight waist, no real wrist ride, and so he felt the pressure with nothing else. He just rolled with it, did a Granby roll right out.
Yeah, a lot of times, someone who's more savvy on top can feel that Granby roll coming, go with it, or stick them there.
Right. Okay, so 3-2. Oh, slide or pull by right there. Spencer really liking this over-under position. This is the third or fourth time we've gone here.
Yep, pulls him to this angle. He's gonna have to work here.
Yeah, we need a takedown here really makes the next period very, very interesting because it's our choice.
Loveless looking to jack him up. He's got double unders.
Yeah, nice job circling in. Now it's okay. Goes for a sweep single right there, but just not enough penetration. Ends up on the back of his thigh rather than down around his knee.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of things right.
What's the best way to wrestle here on the edge of the mat?
Well, I think it depends. If someone's in on your leg, some schools teach this. Some coaches want you to wrestle on the edge, and then if you need to, you can bail or capitalize off something that they do wrong and get the point on the edge of the mat.
A takedown would be huge for us right here. But this can be another close match. Again, I think this has great implications for us. Head down, we got to keep going here.
Short time, 5 seconds.
Oh.
Not a good time to get taken down here.
2 seconds, 1 second. Wow, that was a good, nice sweep single shot by Jed Loveless, but Haywood, Spencer Haywood, does a great job defending it off.
UVU's choice chooses neutral. Probably a good choice there. I mean, on bottom, he almost got in trouble. We know that Loveless is good there on top.
Well, riding time is a factor here. Loveless has racked up 1:03, so a takedown with some riding is going to make a huge difference for us.
Yep, take away his riding point.
And if we ride him out, puts us in the lead. If we ride him out, then we're in good, really good position.
Still backing on that underhook. Can't quite reach the leg there.
Okay, drive here. We've got a body lock. Body lock here. Says 2 takedown and 2 near fall.
Near fall was questionable. Some of those positions you can tell. Like Haywood got in that lock. You could tell he wasn't sure about it. Whereas Loveless just went with it.
Well, and he felt comfortable there. You could definitely tell that Haywood was just a little more tentative as he went for that lock.
Haywood wanting to get that hip down, crawl forward.
Got to still wrestle tough here. I mean, it's 7-2, just that little takedown with a 2 near fall. We want to keep the majors off, so Haywood. Spencer's got to get some knees up underneath him. Short time with 15 seconds left. Quick escape there right at the end. Makes the final of that match 3-8. Tough match. I actually thought it was really close, except for that takedown and near fall right there.
Yeah, sometimes the score doesn't always say how the match went. Up next, probably the match I've been looking forward to the most. Fans have been talking about. Number 9, Demetrius Romero wrestling number 8, Branson Ashworth. Branson being a Utah native.
Right.
Wrestling for Spanish Fork High School, 3-time state champ. And he's finishing up his college career. Next few duels.
Right. Definitely a good matchup here. 2 very closely ranked opponents. Demetrius with a great double leg takedown. Branson with some real strength and upper body strength. Oh, nice. Look at that heavy snap down.
Branson, he's on a winning streak as well. He hasn't lost since early December. He's been a real leader.
Confidence builds, right?
Yeah, with Meredith, one of their best wrestlers coming out of Wyoming, graduating last season. Branson's stepped into more of a leadership role, winning matches, being a team captain for him.
This match is important just as we come into our real quick flurry there, heavy hands. This match is important as we go into our region, the Big 12 West. There's a Big 12 East, and I'll be honest, we've got to look for rankings. That matters when we go into that tournament.
Yep. If you have wins over seeded guys, you can get ranked higher in the divisional tournament, which ultimately gets you a better shot at making it to the big show and being seated well in the big show.
Demetrius got great motion, keeping Branson honest in where he's stepping and how he's stepping. But super heavy. You see how heavy both guys are really moving.
Yeah.
Right there. Going on here. Right there. That changes. The more we move, the better our opportunities are.
Branson doing a good job of controlling the center of the mat.
Right. Go, hey, if I'm going to get a takedown, we're going to go right here in the middle, right? Nothing on the edge here. I think double leg attempt ends up in a single leg.
Demetrius.
Trip down, but Demetrius defends.
Demetrius.
Takedown there.
Good wrestling.
And throws a leg right in.
Yep. Demetrius up on that tripod position. Branson immediately to the leg.
And just tough leg ride. I actually call this the inverse leg ride because he rides with his far hip on the far leg rather than the near hip on the near leg, if that makes sense if you're watching this. And this is just a tough position because it puts so much pressure on your lower back. Okay, well, takedown separates us. It was a nice single leg shot.
UVU defers. Give Wyoming the choice here. Branson chooses bottom. Give Demetrius an opportunity to get some of those riding time back.
Yeah, gets out pretty quick. Okay, shot there. Oh, wow. That was a great double leg.
No, Demetrius is getting a little bit antsy, kind of ahead of himself. Comes reaching, stepping forward, and Branson capitalized into a double there.
So Demetrius got a hold of his toe here. And if he can keep a hold of his toe, he can get it out in front of him. He's got to scoot his hips back, right? He's got to get his hips back and push that foot away from him. But I think he still got a hold of it. Okay, here we go. If he keeps a hold of it. Stalemate here. Demetrius got to put some points on the board. About a minute left here in the second period.
So Demetrius getting a fresh start. He knows a leg's probably gonna attempt to come in.
Again, from a standing position, that's pretty daring because it's actually not a great position to take a guy down to go on one leg. But Branson does a great job of tripping down. Again, here comes that leg. Good job blocking. He's blocking it out. You can see he just reaches back and blocks his right thigh. Keeps Branson's right leg from coming in a leg ride.
Right. Coaching staff always want the athletes to watch film, who they're wrestling, what to look for. And that's where these matches sometimes come in a little more prepared. You know the leg's coming in, they don't even get it right at once. Been drilling that in practice.
Well, and again, I can't imagine that we haven't seen film on some of these guys, especially when you've got a ranked opponent. You could get match or common opponent type of film, and you got to know that leg's coming in.
Yep. And sometimes, Branson's a senior. We've wrestled him for years. We have film on these guys. Demetrius quick to his feet. Branson just sticky here.
Yeah, very. Demetrius tries that Grammy roll and ends up flattened out because he's just so Branson's just so sticky.
So it'll be Demetrius' choice here since he deferred. Coach Williams wanted him to go down.
That's a tough one because, again, we want to start putting up some of those easy points, but Branson's done an incredible job riding us. All right, look for some knee slides and keep him. Branson's super, super tough in this top position.
Yeah, makes you wonder, hey, let's maybe choose neutral instead of going underneath this guy.
Okay. He started driving him forward. Demetrius kind of sat out, but it ends up getting flattened back down. Now he's in this unique tight waist, got his shoulder pinned with his head, but fights that off. Interesting overhook reach here. It's an interesting one because he's hooking clear down at his shin and ankle, but ends up letting it go. Pressure's too much.
Yeah, there's something to be said about wrestlers. I've been told that Europeans wrestle this way a lot, where they use their legs. They're using their legs to tie up your legs. They're using their legs to get into your arms. Demetrius earning an escape here. 40 seconds.
All right, 40 seconds and 5-1 match. We'd like to see some flurry here. Make something happen for Demetrius. Double leg attempt, ends up in a single, but gets heavy. Gets super heavy here.
Demetrius gonna want to move his feet here, rake that leg back in.
Step over here. Got to try to step over. Got to keep moving here. 7 seconds.
Looks like that'll be the match. In attendance, UVU president Taminez. She's a big fan. She comes to all the duels.
Yeah, I've loved seeing her come out. She's got a lot of intensity, a lot of passion for the sport. So
yep, up there jumping and yelling, clapping for the athletes representing her school. Kimble Bastion up here at 174. Final match of the evening.
High C attempt here ends up in nothing yet. Kimble's in a draped position where he's got a lock on this crotch lock. Rolls him through. Got to keep rolling here.
Yep.
Look for him to come up with his hips heavy, but keep moving. Again, he pulls it across. Nice job. Now it's who's going to get their leg higher, right? Got to keep moving.
It looks like Kim's got a good.
He's got to get his knees to the mat. He can't just hold it. Got to get his knees to the mat. Now get it lifted. Okay, Kimble's got to keep moving up. Kimble's got to keep moving up. Kimble's got to move up, or he's going to give up a takedown here.
Looks like he's trying to.
Got to sit back and lift it. He's got to lift the leg. Got to lift the leg up. Push it. See how he's pushing it up? Got to push up. Got to push up. Sits. There we go. Got to drive him out now.
Coach Branch throws the challenge cube. They're contesting that Hastings already had the 2. When he was sitting on his butt there.
Right.
Ref just clarifying here with Coach Branch. Did he or did he not have control? So here we have Hastings. He's sitting out on his butt. Kimble still has the ankle. This was just after that position where Kimble was able to convert it into a takedown of his own. Coach Branch argued with the ref, saying, "Hey, takedown was already there before Kimble took the initiative."
You know, I don't quite get. You know, Kimble came off and ended up winning that takedown, but we got to drive through the guy. I mean, we're right on the edge of the mat. We got to drive him through, so that's not even a question.
Yeah.
And we end up getting a stall call, which took way too long, you know. Right here, he's watching, a referee is watching this replay. I don't know how you see control if I'm sitting on my pockets, right? Kimble Bastion catching his breath.
Hastings, a Wyoming native. The call will stand. And so will the stall call on Kimble.
Oh, nice job. A Navy here.
Yep.
This Navy position is a scoring position. He could step out, lift, and pull the shoulder back. Interesting.
Kind of tried to lift him there.
Yeah, Hastings actually held on to his shoulder. That was just a weird flurry right there. Tries for a switch, and gets an escape.
Yeah, I mean, it's top guy's job to return him to the mat. You stayed there too long with just a lock. Might have got another stall call.
Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Cut him off. No circle.
Hastings, another young ranked wrestler, had just a redshirt year, and as a freshman, got a number 24 ranking in the country. Coach Branch putting a good team together up there.
Yeah, young team, still ranked.
Most from Utah, but you know, whatever. I think we've done a good job of, you know, you always got to weigh out the team that you can recruit from the state. You make the best decisions that you can, and you got a lot of kids on our team currently that actually wrestled with a number of these Wyoming guys, kind of growing up from their youth even.
Yeah, currently UVU's roster is packed with out-of-state guys. When we get them, they come in on a recruiting trip. They see what we're doing in the room, see the vision, what's happening, and they sign with us.
Hastings chooses down in the second period.
Kimble did a good job riding him. See if he can tack on another 30 seconds or so. Kimble in on the leg. Comes over the hip. The ref awards 2. Coach Branch not too thrilled. Spoke to Coach Branch before the duel. He said these matches are always interesting, whether we're there or they're here. Being so close, having familiar faces show up to beat each one, it's a good rivalry.
So a trip down, but then, you know, Hastings right back up, gets an escape right there. Close match. I mean, Kimble's had the 2 takedowns, but 3 escapes.
50 seconds.
You got to pick up your pace. You're wrestling his pace, hey. You got 30. Come on. Hurry up.
30 seconds left here.
Kimble looking to circle in.
Hastings doing a good job moving forward.
Yep.
Kimble's got to make something happen out of that. Some changes to some shots here. Because if you got a guy moving forward, you can create pressures, right? And pressures create opportunities. Ooh, fake here. Low
Short time. That'll be it for the second period. Going into the third, Kimble's choice. Chooses bottom. Kimble got some good pressure.
Spiral right is tough right there. It's keeping him on his heavy on his hands, but he's building up his base right here. Good job. Oh, and he returns, but a circle through. Yeah, that's a potentially dangerous 7 days out of 7.
Yeah, we don't want that.
He's kind of sitting on his knee and pulling it up. It's like, okay, yeah.
Something can break there.
Break his leg, break his knee. So, rightly so, ref says, hey, let's just stop. Cool little flurry there with a Granby roll by Kimble.
Yeah, Hastings dropped to the leg, was going to run him out of bounds, and Kimble rolled through.
Another Granby roll.
This time he lands in on the leg, coming out the back door.
Got a drape here.
Hastings just bails.
Yep. Bailed out, kicked out, gives up an escape, 5-3, so the match is still close.
Riding time no longer a factor.
Nice shot, but then kept moving for that reshot. Kimble did a good job of stopping a reshot by keeping motion. So he's got to keep his back to the center, wrestle right in the middle, keep moving forward, keep shooting. 43 seconds.
Hastings looking to push the pace. He's got to score.
Oh.
Is it 2? My thoughts exactly. Coach Williams is challenging that. I'm wondering, was it 2?
Well,
Kimble still had his
leg. Kimble had one leg caught and ended up running to hook
and
Hastings' back leg to roll, and then that's when Hastings got both of his legs, and so it's still like, well, it's a 50-50 position right there. We'll see what the referee says.
So Hastings in, catches his toe, his ankle here. Kimble goes to bail, sits on him, and then see if he can hook that. So I don't think there's 2 there. Kimble had the ankle before Hastings had both.
Right.
And Kimble's in a good position. Potentially disastrous if it does get waved off as a takedown, 5-5, 27 seconds left, goes into overtime, whereas Kimble could potentially just win it outright if the takedown doesn't count.
Well, 27 seconds also, I mean, worst case scenario, I got 27 seconds, and if I have the mentality no one rides me, well, I'm going to put myself in a good position to get an escape and win with short time left.
Yeah. Yeah, 27 seconds, plenty of time to make things happen. So we'll see, regardless of the outcome of this referee's decision, we'll see how the match plays out.
There we go. Referee's got his decision. Oh, kept
says
it.
the calling, the stands. Oh, Hastings just cuts him. So we're in a takedown situation anyway. He's just going to go for the win here.
Yeah, you can wrestle tough here. Nice shot here. He's got to lift, though. Got to lift and step and
Kimble. Seven seconds.
Short time.
Number 24, Hastings looking to knock off number 13, Kimble, Bastion. 7 seconds here. Too sticky.
Wow.
Frustrating here. I mean, Kimble does a good job after Hastings cuts him. Kimble snaps him, gets in on a leg. It seemed like instead of finishing there, he was going to wait it out. Short time, wait, just keep your lock and call it good. And that's where Hastings capitalized. Like he said, you got to keep moving. Move. No matter what position.
Well, that's one of our leaders, one of our top-ranked wrestlers. Falls to a lower-ranked opponent, but a tough kid, man. Hastings, that also makes our team score UVU 6, Wyoming 27. They got us pretty good.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else?
In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life. If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Chevrolet. I promise you'll love it.
Before you even think about buying a new truck or SUV, you've got to check out MurdochChev.com. You'll be glad you did.
We've got huge discounts on all 2018 models, and you're going to love the 2019 Silverado. Only at Murdoch Chevrolet in Logan and Woods Cross. You've got to come and see us.
They say the devil is in the details. And in here, there are a lot of details. Flavor, color, texture, temperature, presentation. It all has to be flawless. Pressure? Maybe. But with Engaged Learning, I get a lot of practice. And I'll bet your homework never tasted this good.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
We're back, Utah Valley University, Orem, Utah. Jason Tolbert and Sam Allen here with Coach Ethan Lofthouse. Post-match thoughts. Coach, not the result that we wanted. We've been on a bit of a slide against our Big 12 competition. Tell me your thoughts on the match tonight. Wyoming's tough, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give them credit. They're a tough team. I thought for the most, leading up to those last two matches, I thought we looked pretty good. I thought we fought hard. I mean, we got a lot of guys in there that aren't usually in there and aren't necessarily our number one guys. And, giving that, I thought we looked all right. And
yeah, I felt like even up to Gregerson's match, it could have gone either way.
Yeah. No, our guys wrestled tough. I would have liked to see Demetrius, get away from bottom. But those are things that we go into conference and you learn from, and it's a good time to get it here rather than in the postseason. So,
of course.
Ethan, you mentioned that we had some guys wrestling tonight that aren't necessarily number one. What are we doing, as of late when we've been riddled with injuries?
It's just that time of year. It's that time of year. All teams are feeling it. You're seeing it with our team. We kept guys off the trip last week because of it.
Right.
And, that tonight, we had Tate and Matt Finley out, and Finley will weigh in tomorrow. Probably won't wrestle, but
right.
Tate's kind of under the weather right now, and it's just, the selfish part of coaching. You wanna win the duels and you want to do these things, but wrestling's one of the biggest reasons wrestling's individual, and you got to get these guys ready to achieve their goals. So.
Well, hey, you kind of mentioned it. You go, hey, we got to get ready for our postseason, for regionals and for nationals. What do we do now? We've gone through a really tough dual season, not the results that we wanted. What do we do now as we head to nationals?
Yeah, we have UNI tomorrow. We got 2 duels next week, and then it's postseason time, and it's about two and a half weeks that we get a break, and we'll train through that and kind of blow out whatever they need to blow out, and then it's time to
get the cobwebs
prepping.
out.
Yeah,
hey, we appreciate it. Tomorrow night, you and I coming here to Orem, Utah, wrestling UVU. Stay with us, UVU TV.